Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about the future, not flying cars or robot butlers, but something much more real and much more profitable, the 2026 skills gap. Forget just saving or investing your way to wealth. We're going to talk about how you can actively create a high-income stream by getting ahead of the curve. By 2026, certain skills will be in such high demand that companies will be scrambling to find people who have them, and they'll be willing to pay top dollar, easily over $5,000 a month. This isn't about chasing trends, it's about strategic positioning. So, if you're ready to future-proof your career and unlock a new level of financial freedom, stick around. We're about to unpack the skills that will define the job market of tomorrow. First, let's understand what a skills gap actually is. It's simple. It's the difference between the skills employers need and the skills the available workforce actually has. As technology evolves at lightning speed, these gaps are getting wider and more frequent. The World Economic Forum predicts that by 2026, over half of all employees will need significant reskilling. This sounds scary, but for those who are paying attention, it's a golden opportunity. While others are playing catch-up, you can be positioning yourself as an indispensable asset. The key is to look beyond the obvious. Sure, coding is great, but the real money is in the niches, the specialized areas that everyone else is overlooking. That's where you can really exploit the gap and command a premium for your expertise. So, what's the first big area? It's all about AI, but not in the way you think. Everyone's talking about learning to code AI. I'm talking about becoming an AI integration specialist or an AI ethics officer. An AI integration specialist helps businesses weave artificial intelligence into their existing systems. Think about a local logistics company. They don't need to build a new AI from scratch. They need someone who understands how to implement an existing AI solution to optimize their delivery routes, manage inventory, and predict demand. This role is part consultant, part technician, and all problem solver. You don't need to be a PhD-level data scientist. You need to understand business processes and the practical applications of AI tools. You're the bridge between the complex world of AI and the real-world needs of a business. Then there's the AI ethics officer. As AI becomes more powerful, the questions around bias, fairness, and transparency are becoming critical. Companies are terrified of the PR nightmare that comes from a biased algorithm. An AI ethics officer is the person who audits these systems, develops guidelines, and ensures the company's AI is used responsibly. This isn't just a tech role, it's a blend of technology, law, philosophy, and public relations. It's for people who can think critically about the societal impact of technology. The demand for these professionals is about to explode, because the cost of getting it wrong is just too high for any major corporation. Both of these roles require a unique blend of skills that aren't being taught in traditional university programs, creating a massive gap you can fill. The second major area to watch is the green economy. We're not just talking about installing solar panels. We're talking about high-level sustainability and circular economy specialists. Governments and investors are pouring trillions of dollars into green initiatives, and companies are under immense pressure to reduce their carbon footprint. A sustainability specialist doesn't just suggest recycling bins. They analyze a company's entire supply chain, from raw material sourcing to end-of-life product disposal, and they redesign it to be more sustainable and efficient. Often, this leads to huge cost savings, making it a win-win. Then, there's the circular economy manager. This is a step beyond sustainability. It's about designing products and systems where there is no waste. Everything is reused, repurposed, or recycled back into the production process. Think of a clothing company that designs jeans to be easily disassembled and turned back into new fabric, or an electronics company that leases its products and takes them back for refurbishment. This requires a complete rethinking of business models. People who can lead this transformation are incredibly rare and incredibly valuable. They combine knowledge of materials science, logistics, business strategy, and environmental policy. It's a complex field, but mastering it puts you at the forefront of the biggest economic shift of our generation. The third area is one that might surprise you: advanced human-centric skills. In a world dominated by tech, Our uniquely human abilities are becoming more valuable, not less. But I'm not talking about generic good communication. I'm talking about roles like a remote work culture designer or a digital well-being coach. With remote and hybrid work becoming permanent, companies are struggling to maintain a cohesive and productive culture. How do you build team spirit when people are scattered across the globe? How do you prevent burnout? A remote work culture designer tackles these exact problems. They use tools from psychology, organizational behavior, and technology to create virtual environments where employees feel connected, engaged, and supported. Similarly, a digital well-being coach helps individuals and teams manage the pressures of our always-on digital world. This goes way beyond telling people to turn off their notifications. It's about developing strategies for deep work, managing digital distractions, preventing Zoom fatigue, and setting healthy boundaries between work and life. As our professional lives become more intertwined with technology, the need for experts who can help us manage the relationship is soaring. These roles require high emotional intelligence, empathy, and a deep understanding of human psychology in a digital context. These are skills that AI can't replicate, ensuring your value for years to come. So, we've identified these incredible opportunities: AI integration, green economy leadership, and advanced human-centric roles. The big question is, how do you actually acquire these skills? The traditional 4-year degree is too slow. The market is moving faster than that. The answer lies in targeted, agile learning. First, focus on online certification programs from reputable sources. Platforms like Coursera, X, and even specialized industry bodies offer deep dives into these exact topics. Look for programs that include hands-on projects you can add to a portfolio. A certificate in AI business strategy from a top institution is far more valuable than a generic business degree right now. Second, embrace micro-learning and skill stacking. You don't need to become the world's leading expert in everything. Learn the fundamentals of project management, then stack a certification in sustainability reporting on top of that. Learn the basics of data analysis, then stack a course on AI ethics. This approach allows you to build a unique and highly relevant skill set much faster. Third, and this is crucial, get practical experience. Offer to do a small project for a local business for free or a reduced rate. Join online communities and contribute to open source projects. Create a blog or a YouTube channel about your chosen niche. You need to demonstrate that you can apply your knowledge in the real world. A portfolio of successful projects is your golden ticket. Let's put this into a concrete action plan. Pick one of the areas we discussed that genuinely interests you. Passion is a huge motivator. Spend the next week just immersing yourself in that topic. Read articles, watch videos, listen to podcasts. Identify the key influencers and companies in that space. Then, map out a 3-month learning plan. Month 1. Complete a foundational online course. Month 2. Work on a personal project that demonstrates your new skills. Create a mock sustainability plan for a fictional company or design a remote onboarding process. Month 3. Start networking. Reach out to people in the field on LinkedIn, not to ask for a job, but to ask for advice and feedback on your project. Show your passion and your work. This proactive approach completely changes the dynamic. You are no longer a job seeker begging for a chance. You are a specialist with a demonstrated skill set, offering a solution to a company's pressing problem. When you can walk into a conversation and say, "I noticed your company is facing challenges with employee retention in your remote team. Here's a 3-step framework I developed to improve virtual engagement," you are in a completely different league. You're not just applying for a job, you're creating your own demand. This is how you bypass the traditional application process and start commanding that $5,000 a month income, and likely much more, long before 2026 arrives. Remember, the future doesn't just happen to us, it's built by those who anticipate it. The skills gap is not a threat, it's an invitation. It's an invitation to learn, to grow, and to take control of your financial future in a way that traditional career paths rarely allow. The opportunities are there, hiding in plain sight, waiting for people with the foresight and the drive to seize them. The tools and information are more accessible than ever before. The only thing standing between you and this opportunity is the decision to start. So, which path will you choose? What skill will you start learning today? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your plans. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this valuable, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more content on future-proofing your career and finances. I'll see you in the next video.